Good morning, good afternoon, good luck. This is the Rogue Island Podcast. I'm your host, Trent, along with
Brandon. Yeah,
who is
that.
co-host, kinda. Yeah, co-host. I don't know exactly what that means. I think host means like
I'm
you.
here for support. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, we got a packed show today. We talk about a bunch of things. I wanted to get a few of my things out of the way real quick. I know that's very selfish of me, but before I do that, are you excited for Thanksgiving?
Actually, yeah, brother. I'm ready to play some Thanksgiving poker. That my family does. I'm ready to lose my money, man.
Man, I haven't played poker in a long time. I think the last time I played poker was in high school. I think it was. I think everyone went on like their merit lunch or something, and it was like me, Darren, Garrett, and I think Caleb Foster was there. We were playing some poker and stuff like that. That was pretty fun though. I kept losing, but I mean, I just kept bluffing the whole time. I was like, hey, I would have like, I would have the crappiest cards. I was just
Like
like,
that one song said, man. You got know when to hold 'em, know when to
you
fold 'em,
gotta know when. Oh, people
well,
hate it when I sang that. I sang that all the
know
time for
when
like a
to
week.
quote 'em.
I sang that all the time.
Oh gosh,
Yeah. I'm really excited for this week because I only worked 3 days. That's really
2
awesome.
days.
Oh,
Whoop whoop.
lucky, lucky Mo. Yeah, I got
I had
two.
I had to call off
Hmm,
though.
I got 2 10-hour shifts and an 8. And then the next week after that, I got to work 5 days, but they're all 8-hour shifts, so that'll be fun.
Mm,
And then I got 2 more 8-hour shifts after that the next week. So, yeah. But I'm
that's
excited
what,
for this weekend, though. I'm going to watch some anime,
bro.
eat
I'm
some
gonna game.
turkey.
There will be no sleep within the first 3 days of this week.
Man, I
It's
want to
gonna,
try to get so
it's gonna
much
look
done.
like I did some like cocaine, some bloodshot eyes, like in coffee. If we ever do a podcast, I'm gonna have like those stamps like from Meet the Robinsons. I'm gonna wait for 24 hours, 48 hours, or whatever she said. There's no
uh,
side. She's like, there's no side effects.
yeah, man, I want to use this weekend to just get crap done before I have to go back to work. So,
Oh man,
um, yeah, I just got
are
a
we
few.
planning? On,
What?
are we planning on any podcasts over this Thanksgiving? Maybe an extra one or something like that.
An extra one?
Yeah, just because we have time.
Yeah, we could probably. Yeah, yeah, we'll figure it out afterwards. But
Yeah,
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 we'll
yeah.
probably have time. I just got a few things, few interesting things that happened. Number one, I don't think you understood it when I sent it to you, and I don't know exactly how we're gonna be able to do this, but I, over the past week, there's this video that surfaced of this congressperson guy talking, and in the middle of him talking, he farts during his like interview or whatever, and that's this whole fart gate thing. It's just so funny. Like I just all the memes and like they had like this infrared picture, and you see this like purple cloud like right behind him and stuff. It's I don't know. I just wanted to talk about it because
I
it's
have
really
not.
funny.
I have not seen that actually.
Um,
Look it
and I
up.
know you probably are tired of me talking about this, but I just want to give another Has Been Hotel update. It's at 14 million views now, and Hell of a Boss comes out in 2 days, and I'm really excited for that. So I just wanted to give a little shout out to them. Also, I watched the live action Dora the Explorer movie, and they made Dora way too hot.
What?
They made Dora way too hot in the live action Dora.
Are you sick? All right, now I gotta look this up too.
She's way too hot, dude. I hope
Dora.
she's 18, but I mean, dude, she's way too hot. The movie was okay. It's definitely a kid I can see kids loving, but wasn't for me. I think
Really?
I gave it like a
Really?
3.5 just because it's me. Like it had some funny moments in it. I don't know if you know that Michael Pena guy. He's like a Mexican guy. He's been in a few
Oh yeah, yeah,
things.
yeah.
He has
Wasn't he?
this part where he's like, "What?"
Wasn't he in Ant-Man? Are you talking about her dad or something like that?
Yeah, it's her dad in that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he has like this part where he's like remake like this I don't know, I'm not gonna say anything, but yeah, she was way too hot in that movie. It was very distracting. I also watched Ghost in the Shell,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
I
how was
gotta
that?
say I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a little weird. It's like
Don't get me
really have.
wrong, it looked great. The music was awesome, but I was expecting a little bit more. Um,
Like,
yeah.
I understand that. Like the way it opens up, you're like, "Whoa, this looks like it's gonna be really cool," and it turns out to be a lot slower than what you expect. And
Hmm.
it's more of I think a mental type. It's not really. I haven't watched it a lot. I have to rewatch it, but I was just kind of like intrigued by it. Not really like, "Oh, this is amazing." I was kind of like, "Wow, this is kind of cool." I guess.
Hmm. Yeah. The only things I've watched of Ghost in the Shell before that was the live action 2017 movie, which I remember liking. I think I gave it a 7 out of 10. And the 3 episodes of the show Standalone Complex, which I heard people say is actually better than the Ghost in the Shell movie, so I don't know. But I remember watching it. It was pretty good, the 3 episodes that I watched of it, so hopefully I can get around back to.
I mean, I think they did make two movies. Like one was
Yeah, I saw like Ghost in the Shell 2 and like
yeah.
something like Innocent, something like that. I don't know, but yeah, I was a little disappointed, but still good. That movie though, I can see why people love it and everything. It inspired a lot of things like Matrix and stuff like
All right.
that. So, and I also finally finished Grand Crest, and I think you saw a little bit in the group chat that I said it was pretty bad. I if we ever do a review for it, I will rewatch it though, because maybe it's better on a second viewing. Just man, like what really sucks is I watched the first half and I was getting into the second half. The second half started off with 2 episodes, and I thought, oh, okay, so maybe the rest of the season's going to be like this little story, right, of him trying to
Yeah.
liberate his people. It only lasts 3 episodes, and I'm like, oh, come on! And then they go back to the random action and all that stuff like that. And then for some reason, this one chick in there, she decides she literally wins a battle by just being naked. And I'm just like, okay, this show is nope. Uh,
Right on,
it's just
man.
like she uses it to inspire her men. I'm just like, come on, like there's a little
That's
just
called prostitution.
yeah, a little bit. I think she has like 30 husbands or something in the show. I don't know.
Nice.
But yeah, I
He's
the
been around
the
town.
main character was so boring. I don't know how Devin thought it was decent. From what I couldn't follow any of it, and they just it was completely terrible. But I would watch again if we ever did like a review for it. I think maybe it might be better on the second viewing though. And then finally, this is just for me, but the Eagles still suck. They're 5-5 today. They play the Seahawks. They're probably gonna lose.
Hey, hey, lay off, man. Just you got. You see, it's when you least expect it when the Eagles win. All right.
I don't know.
So stop pressuring them, and they'll do good. I feel like when like the Eagles fans are so unique
Hmm.
because they are brutal. They
Yeah,
are
yeah. They'll boo their own team in the stadium, and guess what? The players are like, yeah, we get it. We sucked. So I mean,
exactly though, man. Y'all gotta lay off. They are trying their best. This is their job, man.
I don't know, but yeah. And then what led into me talking about this was that over the past week, I think it was two people. First, Sean Clifford, who was the quarterback for Penn State, and Nelson Aguilar. They both disabled their social media because they were getting death threats and stuff. And with Sean Clifford, I get a little bit more because he's like a kid. He's like my age, he's a quarterback for like a huge football program and stuff like that. And he was getting death threats because they lost to Minnesota, and they were like they were the fourth best team, and then they got knocked down to like 9. But Nelson Aguilar, he sucked all season. He's dropped game-winning catches, and like I know some people are saying like, oh well, he's kind of dealt with like mental illness. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but you gotta understand when you're a player for a Philadelphia team specifically, and I forget what I was gonna say. Whenever you're a player for this team, and you end up causing us to lose, like if you're the reason we lose games, guess what? You're gonna get shit from Philadelphia fans. That's just
Okay.
how it is.
I mean,
I don't feel
I don't,
bad for him at all. I'm just like, hey, dude, you
I don't
like last
follow.
week in the Patriots game, he dropped a game-winning catch or a game-tying catch, but like it was,
I don't follow too closely. I mean, my
yeah.
father, he loves him, and I'll talk to him about it. But like, dude, you don't gotta threaten the man. Like what?
I understand that. I'm not saying threaten them. I mean, those people, yeah, sure, they're assholes, but I'm just saying when, especially since you're like he has like millions of followers and stuff. You gotta expect that stuff sometimes. Like movie stars get it and stuff like that. Just like if you're on social media and you're that big, you're gonna get that kind of crap. You just have to ignore it. That's all I say. If I was that big, I'd be like, okay, yeah, sure, this guy wants to
Like,
kill me, whatever.
what's your name from Star Wars? Who's
Oh
mad at
yeah,
all
the
that stuff?
fat Asian bitch, as the one guy
Yeah,
on
yeah.
YouTube said.
Mhm.
You ever you ever watch that review of this guy? Like, I forget what his name was. His name's like Lone Wolf or something. He in the entire video he only calls that character fat Asian bitch. It was awesome. But yeah, I'm just saying, Nelson, get over it. He's not playing today, so I'm thinking it might be addition by subtraction. So we'll see. Okay, so now let's get into actual good stuff. First off, over the week there have been some things with the Joker sequel. Uh, this is the order I have right here. So, first off, there was a report from like Rotten Tomatoes or somebody that said that the Joker sequel was in development. So I was excited for it, obviously. Plus, the guy who directed it, Todd Phillips, was supposed to make another DC origin film, which could have, like, I was kind of excited for that too because it could have been like Scarecrow or something like that. I don't know, something really cool. But then another article came out and they said that it was clickbait, and clickbait on both the things that they're making a DC origin thing and another Joker sequel. And
Well, I'm
then
reading right here from Rotten Tomatoes that they are trying to make one.
well, yeah, I was about to say right here. Then they came out and said that they're exploring a Joker 2 or a Joker sequel, but not a DC origin story. So it was an up and down, bumpy curve and stuff like that. That was Todd Phillips who said that. So yeah, up and down roller coaster because I really love Joker and I would love to see a Joker sequel. I think he said that he wants to do it under like certain conditions, like he wants to do a specific type of story, maybe. I mean, the first one has grossed over $1 billion in the box office, so I mean, obviously, people want to see another one. But what do you think about all this?
I mean, I feel like who's the main guy who played Joker?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix. He said, dude, he's been offered so many chances to play people like DC and Marvel, but he asked, he's like, am I gonna have to come back and play this character again? And they're like, yeah, we're planning on making this a huge huge thing. And he's like, no, I don't want it then. He's like, I want to just do a standalone movie. He's like, I don't want to do something I have to dedicate a lot to. So I mean, I kind of want to hear his thoughts on it if they do make another sequel, because he said he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to be like constantly coming back. And I that's the only thing I'm really worried about is him, because he did a good Joker, and we kind of have to respect him what he wants, because he did it for us, and it was kind of cool. And like I said, it was an amazing Joker.
He's been like the second best live action Joker, or maybe
yeah,
first.
so it's kind of like we must wait for the chosen one to speak.
Mm-hmm.
If he says, "Oh, I'm all for it," then I'm all for it too. Basically, that's what I'm saying. But if he isn't, then I'm like, "Yo, don't push the man," because then he's going to be pushed into acting it out, and then who knows how it's going to be.
Yeah.
I don't want him to like grudgingly do it and then turn out to be a bad sequel.
I mean, I want to see a Joker 2. I do, but if he doesn't want to do it, then I'd be like, okay, fine, leave it alone. Then if you want to try to, I mean,
Yeah.
Don't
get me wrong. I really would love that more. It's like my boy doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. Don't push my boy.
Mm-hmm.
But then you hear about Jared Leto. He was getting really upset about it.
Of course he was, because his Joker sucked. He's like, oh, well.
Because he didn't know anything about it until they came out with a release date.
Can you imagine the Joker movie, but it's Jared Leto Joker? It'd be so stupid.
It really would, man.
Like a bunch of stupid ass smiles and crap like that. Oh yeah, that would be the stupidest thing. It's like an origin story of how he gets all of his tattoos and crap. Oh man, I really hate it.
I got this one last week.
Yeah, just oh my gosh, can't believe that was a thing. That was ridiculous.
Is he supposed to be in the new Batman movie that's coming out?
I don't think so. No, I don't think Joker's supposed to be in the new Batman movie.
What? Who is? What's the villain?
Think I saw Riddler, maybe,
That'd be cool. I'd rather.
or I forget because
Or is it supposed to be like a mix? You know?
it might be a mix. I can't remember right off the top of my head. I've heard some people being cast. I think the only one I can really say is Riddler right now. I don't really remember.
So it's kind of still up in the air.
I think I think they were trying to get like maybe Penguin in it, but I don't know if they're doing that now. I don't know.
I
I
haven't
think they're
seen the
trying to get
modern
Josh
Penguin, so
Gad
that'd
to
be
play
cool.
him, the Penguin.
No, can we get Danny DeVito to play him, please?
Oh yes,
Can we get Danny
yes.
DeVito to play the Penguin, please?
That'd be great. My man, my what I always wanted was like for casting wise, I always wanted Joker to be played by Jim Carrey because I thought he'd be a great Joker.
He would be an
Like
amazing.
I'd like Jim Carrey's Joker. I'd like I forget what his name is. He plays Walter White in Breaking Bad to be Lex Luthor, which should have been that way the entire time.
You think about it though, Jim Carrey's not really a violent dude. He's crazy, but he's not really violent. I don't think he'd be able to play that part. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I always imagined that. I was just like, man, he could
Yeah,
be.
it would be cool.
I want the original guy who played Scarecrow in the Dark Knight movies to
He was
come
good.
back. He was good.
Yeah, he was really
I'm
good.
trying to think of some other villains who I would cast as who. Deathstroke was a good casting, I think, in the Justice League movie. If you saw the after credit scene, he was played by I forget what his name is. He's an actor in some stuff like How I Met Your Mother and stuff like that.
How about Bane? How about Bane in the Dark Knight? Bane was really good.
I liked him.
I forget his name. He plays in
Tom
so much.
Hardy. Tom Hardy.
There it is.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if he came back as him. That'd be cool.
His character was just as amazing as Joker. I feel. I don't know why. The way he played him, how he made Bane like this calm, collected.
You fight like a younger man. Nothing held back. I love the Bane voice. So awesome.
What a beautiful voice.
Like the part where he's
Like,
yeah. Man, he was
I was
great.
raised. I was raised in the dark.
Well, actually, Tim Carrey
Oh,
played
by the
the Tim Carrey played the Riddler once. One of the older Batman movies.
Oh, that's true.
Joygasm. All right. Oh, speaking of DC, Henry Cavill has stated that he would like. He says he's not done with Superman yet, as well. I forget where I wrote it down necessarily. He wrote down a few things. Or hold on, I think I have it right here in front of me. Says he's not done playing Superman yet. There's a lot I have to give for Superman, a lot of storytelling to do, a lot of real true depth to the honesty of the character I want to get into. I liked Henry Cavill as Superman, by the way.
All right, he wasn't bad, but like, can we just not have like 50 different people playing Superman? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard Michael B. Jordan once. Don't make Superman black. No one needs. I don't want that. Okay, don't make Superman black.
For serious reasons, I am not going to say anything about that. Yes. Yeah,
They already made
one to
Superman
you.
Mexican in the CW. I mean, why you gotta freaking? I don't know. I don't need that. But he said like he said what was it in Man of Steel? It was good. Batman vs Superman. It was mostly a Batman movie. He said The Darkness was great. I think he's referring to Superman, and he said Justice League was bad, basically. So he even says that Justice League was bad, and also referring to Justice League. Last week, I think it was, released the Snyder Cut was trending. All the actors from Justice League were like, release the Snyder Cut because it's 2 years since Justice League came out. It's supposed to have a bunch of extra stuff in it. I wouldn't mind if it came out. I thought the Ultimate Edition of Batman vs Superman was good, so I mean, seeing the Snyder Cut wouldn't be necessarily bad. I mean, I think Darkseid's supposed to be in it. Supposed to be a lot of extra stuff. I mean, I'd like to see it. Did you see Justice League?
Nope. I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
versus
it's
Superman.
pretty.
I haven't seen a lot.
It's pretty bad.
Some of these superhero movies where they get a bunch of them together, it's kind of like I just feel like they drag their feet and you don't get the same feeling. I understand how some people say, "Oh, there's too many characters in one thing," because I understand that like you can't really connect with that person when you got like 50 of them. I don't know. I mean, they're not bad. They're not bad at all. It's just me personally. I'm not a big fan. Like, when they have like one single like hero, like Batman or Joker or something like that, it feels like you can really connect with them. You get to see behind the scenes of their like stories and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, I like the first three Avengers films. I hate Endgame, but
I,
um,
I I watched what was the one that everyone loved before Endgame?
Infinity War.
I wasn't a big fan of that. I
Was
just
that what you're talking about?
I wasn't a big fan of that. No, I'm just saying like I watched it. I was like,
Yeah, like
I
everyone
don't know.
hated Age of Ultron. I liked Age of Ultron. It was fine.
I didn't watch that one.
But yeah, would not mind releasing the Snyder cut. Basically, it'd be interesting. I think like this is supposed to be a scene where Superman's like dressed in all black and he has like long hair or something like that. I don't know. I'll just have to wait and see. Now this story triggered me because it was the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. So a few, I think it was a week or two ago, the Charlie's Angel reboot was released to theaters, and I never watched Charlie's. I think we owned like an old VHS. Oops, I think we owned like the old V. Yeah, I think we owned the like an old VHS of like the 2000s one, but
Yeah, there was
anyway,
an old one. I think they might have had a show or something.
yeah, it was
Too.
back in the 70s, I think it
Yeah,
was.
my
But
dad made me watch that one.
everyone knows what Charlie's Angels is. But the reboot came out this week and it did not do well. And the woman who directed it, who plays, I can't remember her name. Fuck, I can't remember her name.
Look it up.
I forget what she's in. She's in Brightburn. She plays the mom in that. She's in Zack and Miri Make a Porno. I can't remember her name. I think it's like, well, I'm thinking
Elizabeth.
Banks.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, who is this man? Joseph McGinty. I don't think this is the right one.
Is it Elizabeth Banks though? Have you seen that name or something? Because it might be her. I think. I can't remember. Man.
Elizabeth Banks. Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
she
Okay.
played in it too, didn't she?
She
I think she
might
did.
have.
Christian-
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention on it.
Charlie's Angels with Kristen Stewart, Naomi Scott, Ella Balinska, Elizabeth Banks. Director Elizabeth Banks.
Okay, so yeah, she was in it then. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, no one gave a shit about this movie because no one wanted a reboot of this movie. But of course, Elizabeth Banks is pissed off. She assumes that feminists hate superhero movies. Or no. Oh my gosh.
Feminists hate-
She assumes that the reason why her movie flopped was because of superhero movies, and that superhero movies are for men. At one point, she blamed Spider-Man for some reason because she's like, I think women are allowed 2 action franchises every 17 years. There's like 37 Spider-Man movies, which I know she's making a generalization of Marvel or whatever, but just the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. She's bitching because apparently men want to see superhero movies rather than.
Okay, hold on. So, so you're saying she's mad because her movie she made men didn't like.
Yeah.
So are you saying only men are watching movies or something right now? Is that what I'm getting? Is she saying that women aren't watching this?
No, I don't know what the fuck she's.
It doesn't make sense. It's like
Yeah.
men are the problem. Well, I mean, what about the women? If they split, I'm sure it'd be like whatever.
Yeah, it'd still be
It's
half.
not-
I mean,
What?
even women don't want to see this movie because no one wanted this. No one wanted to try.
Women are watching the stupid superhero movies too. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's the most ridiculous thing. It's just like, oh, I'm a woman. If my movie doesn't do well, blame men. And that always works out. When it never
I'm a
works out.
feminist, so blaming men, it's all right. It's okay.
Man, she might as well just dye her hair blue right now, gain 150 pounds, and just embrace the whole feminist thing, okay?
Yeah.
Just get over it, Elizabeth Banks.
I don't mind Charlie's Angels. I haven't watched it.
I haven't watched it. I don't hate it. It probably has some. I'm assuming probably because of how she feels, maybe some sexist jokes towards men.
Probably. I mean, I don't mind sexist jokes.
Yeah, I don't mind them either. Of course, women do, because
Only directed at women, of course.
yeah,
Of course.
it's the most ridiculous thing. It's like, look, we're letting you direct, all right? Women didn't direct when Hollywood first started, so can you just like accept it, okay? Just go with the
crap. Don't come at us. Make a better movie.
Mm-hmm.
Come back with facts.
Yeah. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. When I saw that, I was just like, oh my gosh. I just cannot believe it.
Would you like an award for trying at least, ma'am, for making a movie?
Yes, I would.
There you go.
There. Thank
Give
you.
her the loser award.
She takes it and is like, don't patronize me. I'm like, what? Yeah.
You took the award!
Yeah, no. Also, a Sonic movie update. Now in the last video I said that the redesign might cost them a lot of money because, like, animators got to work tirelessly to remake the movie and everything like that. Turns out that it only cost $5 million because they weren't even finished with the original movie's CGI crap thingy. Yeah.
So, only $5 million. I mean, I don't know how cost to make a movie like that.
That's at least the number I saw, because like originally something came out like it cost $35 million, but then it's like, nope, those numbers are false. It's actually $5 million. So pretty much everything they finished in that one movie or the first trailer with the ugly Sonic, that was maybe all they did. So it's like
probably.
I'm trying to imagine a world where no one says anything about the original Sonic and that movie gets released. Just like, I feel bad for that world so bad, because that is gonna look so bad.
That ultimate reality.
I cannot believe that they thought like, no, yep, this is Sonic. This is what people want. Like, it's the most ridiculous thing.
This is what the people want. We know what they want.
Well, at least they listened and then they changed it. So.
Oh man, that's funny.
So I also heard on Disney Plus there's gonna be a Lizzie McGuire remake or something like that, which is like
McGuire.
Yeah, it's an old cartoon, or not Cartoon Network, a Disney Channel show, and it gave me a few ideas because I thought, okay, a cool thing Disney Plus could do now is remake a lot of their older shows. Not all of them. Like, I don't think we need another Hannah Montana reboot or whatever.
No,
Hannah Dakota. No, but.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was thinking, I don't know if you ever watched Wander Over Yonder.
Let me look it up. Maybe I have. I just don't know.
It's animated in the same style as Foster Home for Imaginary Friends. I think it's made by the same guy. That was a show that got like pushed to Disney XD to die because no one watches Disney XD. But yeah, it just gave me the idea like that that maybe Disney could start just like remaking like a lot. Like, I think they already remade That's So Raven, and they turned it into Raven's Home.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that sounds so stupid.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's really bad.
I didn't even like the original show.
Yeah. Hey, everyone knows they watch Corey in the House instead.
Bro, Corey in the House. Dude, he was good. We like him. All right. Corey in the House, in the White House or something like that, too.
You imagine if that show was made today, they would not have a white president. I'll tell you that right now. There's no way.
No.
There's no way they do that. It's just... but, yeah, it's just gave me an idea, like, of them just, like, remaking a lot of their older, like... I guess they... Like, I remember one time I was looking at all the current running Disney Channel shows, and there were some of them that I don't even understand, like, that had the most stupidest name, like, there's Austin in the Alley, Liv and Maddie, I Didn't Do It, and all these, like, live-action sitcoms, and, like, they're all the same, and, like, that's another thing I have a problem with today, is, like, a lot of live-action sitcoms are the same, like, there's this, I don't know if you ever heard of it, it's that one show where this black guy, or this white guy, moves next to this black guy's family, and he acts all white and stuff, like, oh, better get my stretches, and like, it's just like, it's cringy to watch now. Like, I'm trying to think of the last show that I watched, like the latest show latest sitcom that came out that was actually funny, and I think it's Last Man Standing, maybe, but even then, that's a really good show. I can't think. Oh, well, on Netflix, The Ranch is good. Some other stuff like that, but Yeah, it's pretty good. It has Ashton Kutcher in it, and a lot of '70s show people in it. But yeah, just gave me an idea of just like Disney Plus like taking some of their old, or Disney taking some of their old shows and remaking them or continuing them. Like it was there. You ever watch Disney Channel as a kid?
What?
Have you ever watched Disney Channel as a kid?
Yeah. I feel not a lot. Like I said, I feel like I have little spurts of watching stuff. Like we never had TV, so like we never were able to like oh so and so comes on now or something like that and get on. It was kind of like, oh hey, we got this, you watch it because that's all we got.
Did you ever watch? And no one talks about this anymore, which is insane. You ever watch Life with Derek?
But um it sounds familiar. I forget.
It's
Sounds
where
really
like these like it's three siblings. They're all step siblings because their parents married like I think it's four kids or something like that. But I remember that show so well. I used to watch that show all the time, Life with Derek. But it was pretty funny from what I remember. But oh, Phil the Future. You ever watch that?
Don't know.
No. Oh man. Ugh, that's nostalgic. But I remember. The Replacements.
Okay.
Oh, dude, check to see next time if The Replacements is on Disney Plus. That would be amazing if it's on there. They also,
I've never watched a lot of these, dude. I've been very neglected as a child.
I used to always remember because when I was younger, like it was. I specifically remember like it was always the day before Fun Day at school, like the last day of school, and I would stay up all night watching like Disney Channel because at that time Adult Swim, like I didn't watch any Adult Swim shows, but I always used to stay up and like throughout the entire night I just watched like a bunch of Disney Channel shows and stuff like that. Like at one time it used to have like a set schedule that I'd be able to be like, okay, this comes on at 2:30, this comes on at 3 o'clock in the morning, stuff like that. Like, oh, Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Can we get like a third show of that? Like we had On Deck. What's next? Sweet Life.
In prison. Zach has gone too far.
Man, I remember that. That was a good show. That was a good show.
Sweet Life of Zach and Cody in rehab.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine?
Oh.
And then what was that other show? It was like Jesse. You ever watch Jesse?
I watched a little bit of Jesse.
I remember I watched Hannah Montana. God, like if you look back on it, it's very cringy.
It's so cringy. It's unbelievable, dude.
Ooh, it's like oh my gosh, the most ridiculous thing ever. But yeah, a lot of man. Disney Plus must have all of that though. I mean, if they have all of like, man,
I was flipping through Disney Plus. It seems like they have a lot of their older stuff, like movies, on right now, and a few like they got like a lot of old movies and they got a lot of new movies, and they have like a bunch of shorts. I think they haven't really gotten into the shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's gonna come over on a later date. I have to look again. I haven't like, really dived into it. The only thing I really watched is The Mandalorian. After that, it's like okay, just you can go on, move away.
Oh, and to answer your question from earlier, I did not watch The Mandalorian yet. I only watched the first episode.
That is probably the best episode so far.
The first one?
The third episode.
Oh, the third. Okay.
I don't know what it was. It was just basically. Well, how far did you watch? You watched the second episode?
No, just the first one.
Ah!
I'm waiting until all of it comes out, and then I'm just gonna use the seven days Disney Plus thing and just watch all in.
What you gotta do? You gotta watch these episodes. We'll do a review on it so far, and we'll do a review of each episode. How about that?
Do what?
A review on each episode.
Review on each episode.
That was good.
Let's see. I don't.
Good.
Like I want to wait until like because I don't want to get like pay for Disney Plus or anything. I'd just rather just get the 7-day free thing and just watch all of Mandalorian then.
But
it's only supposed to be like 8 episodes, right? So I mean, I can get that done in a day, maybe, or whatever, like on a weekend.
Each one's over 35 minutes.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that I can get that done. It's only 35 minutes each episode. Stop doing that.
Some are over like 40 minutes. It's weird. They don't have a consistent time, which is cool. I like that. It's like, hey, do what you need to for this episode, and then whenever you end it, you end it. Let me look it up on my phone. The 3 episodes. I think one was like 37, one was like 42 or something like that. I'll tell you what. the Disney app is very smooth. I mean, they said people have been getting hacked. I have not, luckily.
Hmm.
All right, the first episode was 39 minutes. Second episode was 32, and the third episode was 37. So I guess they're keeping it like trying to in between 30 and 40, trying not to make it too out there.
That's good. That's a good time. Yeah.
A half hour is a good timing for episode. You know, most people do like 20 some minutes.
Yeah, like 22 minutes. Like anime is like 20 minutes.
Anime.
Oh
Anime.
man, I hate that. I hate that.
Go to Hellsing and make it like an hour each episode.
Yes, yes.
I love that.
That was awesome. That was the first time I ever watched anime that has like an hour long. I was like, yeah, like.
Whoa! I can't watch this all in one day. Hold on.
The second one was Sword Art Online Alicization because the first episode was an hour long, and I wasn't ready for that.
You weren't ready for it.
Nope. All right, so let's get into this now because it's probably gonna take a while. The whole Devin thing.
Oh my gosh. So all right. I'll take.
You can explain it, yeah.
Okay. So we were talking. You know, we're like, hey, you know, are we gonna, you know, take time, watch new Star Wars: Rise of the Skywalker, and take, you know, time to get there the day it comes out and watch it. Me and Trent obviously were like, yeah, we'll try to, you know. And then our one buddy was like, no. We're like, whoa, what the fuck, dude? You know, we're all diehard fans. What do you mean, no? And he's like, I'm not watching it. I'm boycotting it. I'm like, hold on, wait, what do you mean you're boycotting? He's like, I don't like Disney Star Wars. I'm like, neither do I. I'm like, but you have to watch it. You absolutely have to watch it. And he's like, I'm not. He's like, I'm not accepting that that's happening. I'm like, well, it is. This is reality. You're watching it. He's like, I'm not giving them my money for something I hate. I'm like, man, look. Don't make me get all mad on you. It's Star Wars. You have to watch it. And whether you like it or not, it's real. But the thing, I guess, what we're going to talk about is whether boycotting it is a good idea, I guess. Is that what we're kind of considering here?
Just the whole situation in general. And
like what do you think? Do you think boycotting is going to do anything?
It's not.
It's not going to do nothing.
Well, it did kind of affect Solo, I think. And I loved Solo. But
that's the thing. You guys haven't watched it yet. That's what really gets. I get it. They're getting bad, but like you haven't watched it yet. All he has done was watch people's opinions on it.
Yeah.
Oh, he said it's gonna be bad. I think it's gonna be bad too. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Look, all you did see was a trailer, which that's why I didn't watch it. I'm tired of Disney giving you a trailer, and it's nothing of what they meant kind of pushed to what you thought was gonna happen. When nothing like that happened. So I didn't watch the trailer. I haven't watched any of the trailer. I've heard stuff about it from people, which kind of gets me mad. But other than that, it's whatever. I don't like seeing other people's opinions about it because then I feel like it does affect me. I don't know. I don't think boycotting is going to do nothing.
Yeah, I don't think. Like, just for me, like I don't want to base my opinion on other people's opinions. Like, I have to go see it for myself. Like, dude, like, and this happens sometimes where people will base their opinions on whether to go see a movie or not see it based on Rotten Tomatoes. And Rotten Tomatoes is wrong, dude, like, 75% of the time because they had Godzilla rotten, even though it's fresh as fuck.
Dude, man, don't even get me started on that.
Man, it's just a bunch of movies that I have on my list, I think, that were good. That Rotten Tomatoes have, like, a low score. Like, dude, The Last Jedi is...
Wait, does Rotten... excuse me there. Does Rotten Tomatoes have a bad review of Rise of the Skywalker?
I don't think it has a review of it yet.
Okay, I was going to say.
But, yeah, just... Hold on. Oops, I hit my mic. Hold on, let me pull up some movies real quick. I don't think this will mess up the recording.
No, it shouldn't.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of movies that came out this year that, like, I saw what they gave it, and I'm like, dude, there's no way it's that bad. Like, dude, they gave the whole Captain Marvel fiasco, where, like, they disabled, like, fan reviews because of trolling, because the fan reviews were like, this movie kind of sucks, which it did.
Okay. Yeah. Man, developers anymore, man.
Let's see.
Avengers Endgame. They gave a bad review for that.
They gave it a good review for that, but I gave it only a 6. So I'll give them that because of Marvel fanboyness. Let's see. Godzilla's the first thing that pops up in my mind because they gave it like a below 40%, which is ridiculous. Because that movie was good. Remember for a short time they had The Lion King being the new one being fresh. When I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? Like I watched that movie and it sucked. Can you keep your voices down, please? Thank you. Um, but I can't think of anything else. Oh, the Joker I think is rated lower than another movie that sucked. I forget exactly what it was. But again, oh, here's another one. Rambo: Last Blood. It got horrible reviews from Rotten Tomato
Oh, is
critics
that out?
because, well, it was out when it came out, but it got horrible reviews because the bad guys in the movie are Mexicans, and people were like, "Oh, this is just enforcing Donald Trump stereotypes and stuff like that." And I'm just like,
Okay.
guys, it's a movie. Like sometimes that actually happens. There are Mexican people's the human trafficking and stuff like that. That happens. Like you can't just be like, "Oh no, all Mexicans are good."
It's
Okay.
like, okay, look, movie production, like people, look, you're gonna push feminism and what do they call it, equal rights, gay rights, all that, which is all right. I understand why you want to push some of that in movies, but when we release one video movie about Rambo, whatever, with the Mexicans doing whatever, I haven't watched it yet. I don't know exactly what's going on, and you're gonna get all mad. That's like if we got mad every time you said, "Oh, here's a main character who's a woman," and I'm like, gosh dang it, they're enforcing feminism on me.
Well, man, Captain Marvel was bad. It was just bad. But I had to see it for myself, and it turns out Rotten Tomatoes was wrong. And then it's not an opinion; they were wrong. Captain Marvel sucked. But moving back around to the Devon
Yeah, yeah,
thing,
yeah.
yeah, just
It's
I need to see something for myself. I don't base on anyone else's opinions because they could be wrong.
another thing is I have to see it because they said, oh, it's gonna have better lightsaber fights than Revenge of the Sith. I'm like, oh, that is a big statement to say.
Yeah, Revenge of the
That,
Sith was awesome.
so now I'm like, all right, I have to
Even
watch
though
this.
some people hate it.
Watch it.
It's over choreographed. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway.
Yeah, get that, get that out of
I
there.
don't know how something can be over choreographed.
I'm gonna say they do it every time. What?
It's like
But anyways, yeah.
they're not just waving sticks in front of their face, you know.
Oh.
But yeah, I just I don't get it. I'll be the first one to say I freaking hate The Last Jedi. I hate Star Wars Resistance. I hate Star Wars Rebels. A lot of what Disney's done, but they've done some good
Okay,
stuff.
yeah.
I like Force Awakens. I like Solo. I like Rogue One. And I heard some good things about the new game that came out.
Yeah, I heard that's really good actually.
Yeah.
I want to buy it, but I'm trying to buy a car, so I can't.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not all bad, and the Mandalorian's getting good
The
ratings and stuff like
Mandalorian
that. So
very good.
I don't get why he wouldn't want to go see it. I just don't get it.
I get it. It's
To at
the
least have a
main
chance. Like it's the I know it's the end of the whole saga thing probably. Although I could see in the future them being like, here's episodes 10, 11, 12. But
surprise.
yeah, but when Disney bought Star Wars, I wasn't necessarily happy. But I mean,
Nobody was happy. Nobody
Yeah.
was happy they bought it. But then everyone was like, "Look, wait."
but then but that's the thing with Star Wars people in general is that they're never happy because like right now they're like, oh, we want George Lucas back, but like back when George Lucas had it, they hated the prequel, so it's just like you gotta pick a side. And I don't think you need to be a guy who has to like everything in Star Wars like some people do. Like, oh no, you're only a true Star Wars fan if you like everything. It's like no.
No. Look, you're a true Star Wars fan when you can criticize it, feel openly about it.
Yeah.
Like, you can't. It's like, uh, it's just if you're a Star Wars fan, you'd want to watch it, even if it is bad or not. There's gonna be some hiccups in each series, especially a big one like this. That's like if, like, say I'm a huge Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter, and then one of the movies, like, I don't know if that's true or not. If there's a movie that everybody like, but say if there was a Harry Potter movie that was bad, what are you going like? Oh, I'm not going to watch the rest of them. I'm done with it.
It's like it's like Game of Thrones with me. Like I hate season 8, but the other 7 seasons are good, so I'll watch those again. Like it's just, like, man, that's like with fan bases in general. Like you can, they're so diverse. 'Cause, like you have some people who, I don't think you really have anyone that hates the original Star Wars trilogy. I think if you do,
Hates
and
what?
you like everything, like the original trilogy,
Oh, okay. That's
like
one thing I had to take into consideration. All right, so the original series came out, right? You had it, and like the fight scenes weren't anything. Kind of.
but it was the characters in the story mostly.
It was just the story, yeah. The shock of Darth Vader being the father and stuff. You don't really see that anymore, even in the prequels and in the sequel. Well, in the sequels, I feel like they're trying to, which it's still kind of like up in the air.
It's kind of interesting though that each trilogy so far has been very different. Like the old ones are not. They're about the story. The prequels, I think, are. I don't know what the prequels are, but I like the prequels. I don't know why. I love them. I love them. I rewatch them all the time.
It's a mix of a story and it's a mix of like action. Like there was more action. Like whoa. In the new ones, it's cool because there's action, but
there's a lot more comedy.
The story is kind of like, what is going on? I'm not really sure. Who's this New Order? How do they form so quickly? Because the prequels kind of explain how the Empire came.
We'll probably have it in Rise of Skywalker, maybe. I don't know.
No, because that's way in the future.
Well, like, there's a okay, but
we kind of need an in-between movie of what the heck happened, or a series like the Clone Wars. What is going on? I think
Resistance kind of goes into that, but I don't care about Resistance for kids.
If they do, I would watch it. But you're right, it's for the kids. So like, who's gonna watch that and try to figure it out? I don't know.
The sequels are a lot more funny. Like they're comedic, which I think is fine. I don't hate it. I definitely noticed the last time I watched The Last Jedi that it was like they had a lot more funny moments than I realized, but it didn't save that movie.
It didn't. Oh yeah, they're funny and all. It's kind of cool to see some comic relief in Star Wars, but it's kind of like don't push it. Don't.
Yeah, because then
push it.
But what else did Dev say last night that got me a little riled up? I forget what he said. Let me go back to the.
Yeah, I don't know if I saved any of that. I hate Snapchat for reason.
Yeah, that is very stupid.
I hate Snapchat with passion because.
I got your whole your voice to text.
Dude, oh my gosh, I read that and I had a seizure. I'm like, what in the world did I say? Nope, I lost it all.
Yeah, so did I. But
we're not dissing Devin. We just have a different opinion.
Yeah,
we tried to get him to get on.
Honestly, with me, it's like Sword Art Online, where like I have a lot of criticism of it. I can't necessarily say I'm a fan of. Well, I can't say I'm not a fan of it either because I've watched almost everything of it. So
it's like
it's weird.
It's like you said about the originals and the prequels. It's like back then everybody hated them. No one liked them. But now, as years go on, they're kind of like, okay, we can appreciate it a little more. I love them. I don't know what people are talking about.
I wonder if that'll happen with The Last Jedi.
That's what I'm kind of thinking of. You know what I mean? Like, what if down the line after these come out and people like go on the boom 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 boom, watch all of them all at once? Kind of like, okay, I can see George Lucas' first take, his take on proving it, and now this, which is really far different from the prequels and the originals. I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? It's like maybe down the line we'll like it. Maybe people boycotting it will get it to be like, oh, we'll just cancel this movie. Hell, don't worry about that. We'll just cover it. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna be there. It's gonna stay there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Disney's not gonna let go of Star Wars.
Especially people nowadays who weren't Star Wars fans are. This pisses me off. Are Star Wars fans because of the new movies, which is bullshit. You're not a Star Wars fan because you like just the sequels. You have to watch all of them to say you're a Star Wars fan, whether you like the originals and the prequels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at least once, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, just I think the first thing of Star Wars I ever watched was the prequels. I think Episode One. Uh,
Mine was the originals. I wasn't allowed to watch the prequels
why not?
because they were more action in them.
Oh wow, that
Yeah,
sucks.
when I was younger, I couldn't watch
Yeah,
them.
like I watched the last it's like the last 20 minutes of the movie. It was I remember the first thing I ever saw because I was flipping through channels and I ended up on the Spike channel and it was the part where the Gungans were fighting the battle droids. I'm like, oh, this looks cool. What is this? Is this Star
What
Trek?
is
Oh, it's
going on?
Star
Who's that
Wars.
idiot running around?
Yeah. And then I just started renting them from the library and just watching them all and everything like that. I this is with just me is like I find myself liking newer stuff than older stuff sometimes. Like people say like I watch the prequels more often than I watch the originals. That's just me.
That's
Because
fine.
yeah,
You know?
same thing with like I like the well I haven't watched the original RoboCop yet, but like I feel like I would like the newer one more than that. It's just a thing with me like just probably because of when I was born and everything like that maybe, but
Exactly. You know, the generation before us, you watched the originals back in the '90s or whatever it was. You know, they're probably like, "Oh, this was amazing," and then they see the prequels, like, "Oh, this is bad." But our generation's like, "Whoa, look at this! This is pretty lit."
mhm,
And
yeah.
then this like next decade of movies is probably like like strong more people. But you have to go back and watch other ones to say you're a fan.
I think The Last Jedi on Rotten Tomatoes is higher than Revenge of the Sith. I'm like, dude, come on. You kidding me? Revenge of the Sith is so much better than that movie. It's so much like if you ever watched Cinema Wins or Cinema
Cinema.
Sins or whatever. You ever watch that shit? Well, he points out a lot of stuff in Revenge of the Sith that's like, wow, actually this makes a lot of sense and it's really good if you really think about it. Like you just, ugh. I
But
just mm.
we should rate which ones are better. You
which
know,
which what?
Star Wars movies, like which ones do you think are better? There's like top ones. Like
Hmm.
honestly,
Oh, I used to have a list of like in order, like from top to bottom, what my favorite
my,
one was. I think my
one
favorite one is Revenge of the Sith. Honestly,
that's second for me. First one is the Empire Strikes Back. I don't know why. That original,
that's up there for me too.
it was good. You know, the New Hope was cool because it was an introduction, I guess. I was like,
Hmm.
whoa, this is pretty sick.
Return of the Jedi is up there with me too. I don't know why. I think maybe because of the whole thing with Darth Vader and the Emperor. I think I liked a lot.
So what?
Um,
Oh,
Darth
Revenge of
no in Return of the Jedi.
oh, oh, oh.
I remember I used to hate Attack of the Clones, but then I rewatched it. I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. I think out of the prequels, I think it was three, and then like one and two are like this kind of like they're.
Yeah, Attack of the Clones was cool. I didn't mind that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I thought just the whole getting the clones in general was a pretty sick idea. Figuring that out. I like. Oh, what was the last?
Oh, you know what? I think my number two might be Solo. I really love Solo.
Solo was good. I wasn't like a huge fan of it, but I liked how they did it. Story. It's like Joker. It's like it's really cool.
Yeah,
You know,
Solo, Joker, man.
saw Chewbacca and Solo get together. There's a dynamic to go.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was cool to see them get together, but like, man, I can't even think of all which one would go first.
I think
Like, I have to say, top two has to be Empire Strikes Back and what's it called, Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith is so good. I want to watch that again now. Revenge of the Sith, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that movie so much.
That's the best thing about Disney Plus, man. When all these movies come out, I'm just gonna watch them all, man. One
Yeah.
weekend, just pure headache and pain of
Right.
watching Star Wars.
The worst thing is obviously Last Jedi, and then I think the second worst thing for me is maybe the Star Wars: The Clone Wars movie. Maybe.
All right, no, it's the worst one has to be. It's either the Last Jedi or Force Awakens.
You hate Force Awakens that much, man? I like it.
At the time, you didn't really know, right? Because you had Kylo Ren who was acting like a little punk, but then you heard Snoke say he needs to come back and finish his training because he's acting like a little bitch, and you're like, okay, I guess I can see it. He hasn't finished his training. But it's kind of weird why you would let him go out and be in leader position. It wasn't finished. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like Force Awakens. Like the Last Jedi kind of helped Force Awakens. I think they did that on purpose. The only
It
thing
helped the Force Awakens. I think it diffused the Force Awakens because they got rid of a character that I was really hyped for going into that movie, Snoke. I was like, dude, we're gonna find out Snoke's Darth Plagueis, and it's gonna be awesome. And then,
dude, coming out of the movie theater, all of us, Devin, Isaac, all of us would get together like, all right, what do we hate? What do we like? And like right there on that street, we're just sitting there. Okay, this was bull crap. I was like, yeah, that's bull crap.
Well,
wait, we like this. Like, yeah. We did like that. We did like that.
When I first watched the movie, I actually ended up liking it. Like in the review I did, I think I gave it like I don't know how I came to this, but I think I gave it like an 8 out of 10. But then I rewatched it, and I'm like, oh wow, no, actually, it's in the review that I was starting to realize this movie sucks. Like I was like
on the camera, like, all right,
I was like, well, the first thing was I was like, dude, there's not a single lightsaber battle in here, like lightsaber on lightsaber battle. And I thought I was gonna like in the movie, like Last Jedi has some good stuff in it. Don't get me wrong, like the part where they fire all their weapons at Luke and he just goes like this, like that. Like I was like, oh, and everyone in those theaters like clapping. I was like, okay, that was pretty good. But the whole Leia thing was ridiculous in theaters.
There were just so many things in there that would get you mad. Like I said, the only thing it kind of helped The Force Awakens. It kind of like explained, oh, he wasn't done his training, or hey, this is why this happened. This is why Luke isn't here, which was still kind of stupid reason, but it kind of was like, oh, that's why he's not out here doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's hiding. The whole map thing though doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Did you realize that? What? Who made this map? And
just
why?
Go to the place that's not filled in.
It was kind of like I was thinking that during the movie. I'm like, all right, you don't have the map, but who made the map? Was it Luke? Oh, I don't want to be seen, but here's a map.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That's stupid.
It doesn't. Who was there? Who made this map and why? Why can't you just tell us? It's freaking this Leia. I know where he is, but I don't know. I don't want to say where. It doesn't make sense. It's just there's so many loopholes.
Yeah, like it was during the review. I was just like, "There's not a single lightsaber battle in here." The only good scene I really love is the part where they're fighting those guards, those red guards, which was awesome.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I like that. Do you not like that?
Dude, watch it. Just watch carefully. There's so much bullcrap in there.
What do you mean?
All right, I know you're not gonna get a perfect fight. There's always gonna be like a bloop or something here and there, but it's so bad. Like, dude, this guy, did they mess up so much during that? Which I know it has to be the hardest thing to do, hardest fight scene because you got like 20 guys all at once doing something, but I gotta watch it now. I gotta watch it right now. Watch it. Look it up on your computer. Look it up and watch it too.
Okay. Boop boop. Let's see. YouTube. What is it? Episode 8. Fight Seed. What? What am I? Let me just mute it. I think those guards are cool. I don't know what, like...
They're cool. I was really hyped. I'm like, all right, we're getting a fight scene. But as we're watching it, I was like, this doesn't seem right. What's going on here? I didn't know, but then I rewatched it.
Where are you seeing him mess up at? I'm just seeing Kylo Ren kill this fool. Granted, the fights, it mostly... Like, this has been the best fight, I think, in the new sequels than in, like, the prequels all had better battles than these. And then she pulls the Arya Stark move, kills that one guy. I don't know what you're looking at. I don't see a mess up
Dude.
at all.
All right.
I don't know. I think that's the best fight scene in the new sequels by far. I mean, I can't really think of anything else. Like, there's only been like two battles. No, not just one, right? Because it's just Kylo and Rey who fought in the first
All right,
one.
look. It's like go and type in fight scene autopsy, The Last Jedi throne room.
What's it called? Fight scene autopsy, The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
I gotta have to watch this whole thing. Am I gonna have to watch this whole thing?
No.
What am I looking at?
Okay, no, that's not the one I was looking at. I thought that was the one I watched. I must have
Okay,
looked
we'll
at.
just like
There was a shorter
Let's
one.
just get past it. Let's just get past it.
All right, we'll have to come back. I'll
Um,
have to watch it and point it out better.
But,
But there's like a guy who just stands there behind Rey, just standing there. You have to look really closely. Like,
Well, they
like
do
I said,
those in the
I watched
old,
it. I watched it and I was like, okay, what's going on? And then I went and I like watched a YouTube video on it. And so I was like, yo, look at this guy back here. He's just like, oh, my turn.
well, they
it's
do
like,
that
what?
in Teenage Mutant Ninja
What?
Turtles in the older movies. Remember when all those Foot Clan ninjas would be like they'd just be standing in the background, and be like, okay, it's my turn. It's like,
I know it's kind of ridiculous when you have like a serious movie and a serious fight scene. You're like, oh shoot, what's happening? And like, I guess what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to let's focus on Rey and Kyle as fucking them up. But then we're like,
maybe he's just waiting for his moment to strike. You don't know.
who's that guy? He's just like, wait.
But
There's a few small things, but
but anyway, we gotta figure out between now and when Rise of Skywalker comes out to get Devin to watch it.
I'm buying a second ticket for him. If he doesn't come, he doesn't come. That's on him. I'm still spending the money. I told him that. I'm spending the money. You come or not, it doesn't matter. I'm still getting the ticket. So
I'm
it's
just
like,
interested to see how it ends. Really, like,
that's another thing. If it's the ending, you have to watch it. You have to watch it to figure out how they're going to end it. Because heck, if it's the ending, they might explain a lot. You know, they might explain.
Well, it's
some
J.J.
loopholes.
Abrams coming back. He's gonna probably be like, okay, Ryan Johnson's movie was all a coma dream. Okay.
You know, it might be like I said.
Snoke's still alive.
The Force Awakens, and it goes to this, and it's like it might help the Last Jedi.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, it's you can't not watch it if you're a Star Wars fan. You have to.
Yeah, I don't. It's something that peeves me about people who don't go to see this thing for themselves and they're like, well, I saw this person say this about it. I'm like, come on, dude, you gotta see it for yourself. You got no idea, dude.
And when he was telling me that, he's like, oh, I watched a lot of reviews. He's like, I didn't like what I was seeing. I'm like,
back in the early 2000s, there's two comedic movies I always point out that shows you that online reviewers are just total shit. They're both comedic movies. There's Wild Hogs and White Chicks. They're two really funny movies, but on Rotten Tomatoes, they're both like at 0%, I think, because I don't know, they were both like nominated for worst movie of the year and everything like that. But because the internet wasn't like online reviewers weren't a huge thing back then, the movie did a lot better and they actually made their money and more. So it's like that's what I think affects a lot of people. Because like now when you go to Walmart, you pick out a movie and it's like, oh, there's a little Rotten Tomatoes sticker on it. It's like, oh, it's certified fresh. Oh yeah, I'll take it seriously now. So what happened to the old classic? Like it would just have like a quote from somebody saying like, this movie's awesome, even though sometimes it'd be like lying.
Did you read that the original trilogy of Star Wars was rated badly? They're like, yeah, this isn't gonna make it, dude. This is gonna be trash.
Mm.
And he released it, and it blew up. And it's like, dude, what?
Critics can suck a dick, pretty much.
I don't watch.
I bet people said that this movie was bad.
Yeah,
I want to see it for myself.
I
Just
know.
like, well, I will say,
Me and Devin were talking about that the one time a while ago when it came out. And Devin was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it." He's like, "I heard it was bad. You know, it looks weird, and I don't like it." I'm like,
well, I will say, like with the first time I watched Death Note, I hated it, the live action one.
I didn't.
And then I
hate it.
rewatched it, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I rewatched it, and now I watch it like once a
I
month.
watched it, and I was like, "That wasn't that bad." They had some things that are different. I don't know. It kind of like threw me off. I was kind of thinking about it. Like, it wasn't bad. Like, I don't hate it. And then I watched it again with my brother, and he's like, I didn't mind it. He never watched the other Death Note. He's like, I thought it was cool.
I watched it at me and a group of people watched it at Wesley's house earlier this year, and I think Brandon Peffley was there, Aaron, like they all liked it. Like it's just you just gotta see it for yourself. Basically, is all I can say.
It's like we said. It's like an American version of Death Note. Just kind of forget about the series, which I know that's really hard to do. But that's what I was like. I'm like, if you just kind of like block it, think of it in your own interpretation, it's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
When you get people, they kind of kept true to the rules,
Yeah.
No, there was nothing wrong with the Death Note itself. The characters just acted different. That's all I gotta say. The characters were just not the same as in the thing. They kind of had their own mindset separate.
We gotta do a Death Note review soon, because I could talk about that movie for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much, just people go see the thing for yourself before like if there's a bad review on a game. Gotta play it yourself. Bet a lot of PlayStation 2 games got a lot of bad reviews, but I play PlayStation 2 games more now than games nowadays. Like I think a lot of like
they're bought out. That's all it is. They're bought out.
Well, I don't know if games really applies because with the new Modern Warfare, I refuse to get because of what I heard though. But man, that makes me a hypocrite now. Damn it!
I was just I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Red flag.
No. I played the beta. And I did not like the maps. I liked the way the game played, but I didn't like the maps. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to get it because the maps are going to be bad. And guess what? A lot of people are saying the maps are bad. And there's a lot of campers, and I believe them because I've had to deal with them in the beta. So I'm not a hypocrite, guys, okay?
I might get it just for the fact of the 2v2s, 1v1s.
Oh, yeah, those are fun, man.
Like, dude, I might just buy, like, dude, Black Friday is supposed to be $45. So I'm like, hey, you're not putting your full monies out.
I'm already trying to get a new phone on Black Friday, actually, so.
I'm looking for a car, dude.
So
like I said, I want to get that Star Wars game. I can't remember the name now off the top of my head.
Fallen really Order, I think.
Yeah, that. I want to get that, but I can't. I want to get the Modern Warfare, but I can't. It's cross-platform, which I think is really cool for Call of Duty to do. That's really cool. Mm-hmm. There's another game I really wanted to get. I can't remember now. Some gun. But I can't go saving money for a car. And then Christmas is rolling around, and I gotta buy gifts.
Oh yeah, I just give gift cards to everybody.
Nice.
That's all I think, because like then you can get something that you want. Because I don't know everyone's personal preferences. Like, oh, you want a pillow? I don't know.
If I can't figure out what they want, dude, I just give them a comedic gift. So, Ashley, my sister, I can't figure out what to get her. And I was in FYE and looking around, and I see some socks, some Bob Ross socks. I'm looking on it, and all it says was "Happy Little Accidents." I'm like, oh yeah, this is happening. She opens it and she's like, "Happy Little Accidents." She looks over at me. I'm like, even though you're an accident, we still love you.
Oh my gosh. Damn.
And she just set it down, and we just kept going. I'm like,
no one says anything. It's just like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, y'all know it was good. It was a good gift.
Oh, dude, this next coming week, I'm gonna focus on my anime watching. I'm gonna try to, cause I already told you I got done with Grand Crest. I'm gonna watch.
I got a video in the making.
Oh, really?
Dude, I don't know if I told you this, but one of the nights I got on Rainbow, and it was Halloween, and it was an event to where 3 operators would hide, and the other 4 operators would hide, and the other 4 hackers would come in, and they all had hammers. and they break down walls, and they have to find you. But the thing is, it's so good because like the four attackers have tracking devices and stuff, and the other 4 people have like traps they can lay. And there's unlimited tracks and unlimited tracking devices. The people who hide have an ability that you can use 3 times, but only lasts like a few seconds, to where you'd have super speed, and you'd be you go invisible, but they can still hear you, stuff like that. But when they don't have that, they're so slow compared to the attackers. So you really have to hide and use your. It was really, dude, I can't wait to release the video. It was so funny. And then on top of that, one of my buddies I've gamed with, his sister was there, and she was talking. She's like, "You guys are really bad." She just kept mocking us, and she's like, "Who's that, Marcus?" And one dude I play with, he's like, "For fuck's sake, Marcus isn't even here." And like she kept trash talking us. We're like, "Put her on the mic." We were yelling, "Put her on the mic." Gets on the mic, and dude, we started yelling at this girl, and I did not realize she was a 15-year-old. And then she went away. We're like, whatever. And then came in, and she's like 13, and she started dissing us. I'm like, "Oh, you better put her on the mic."
Wow, I cannot. Well, now I'm excited. You gotta get the upload. I over the weekend I finished Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm gonna edit that on Wednesday and maybe have it uploaded next Tuesday. It was I screamed in it because I walked into this one room and immediately I got attacked by 3 mutants and they killed me. Like I would be on the ground trying to recover because like I'm like on the ground and it's like do oh, they throw me and then they go and run back to me. Like, it was the most annoying thing. I screamed in the microphone. It's gonna be very loud when I upload it. But,
my videos are E-rated, and that's one I haven't done yet. Go look at my channel. I'm lonely.
Oh yeah, I have your YouTube name above you, so I mean.
Hey, see that? Right? No, wrong way. That. Go watch it. Irrate.
This.
A lot of it.
Well, my current channel name is Mr. Question Box, but I'm probably gonna change it soon to 1-1. So.
Because I forgot.
Where'd you come up with that again? A Wolf's Mane Man? Where'd you come up with that name?
I don't know. I was like, I like wolves. I don't want to be something everyone else was like, oh, wolf, number.
Well,
I
think what I like about it is just you don't have any capital letters, which I like. It's distinct, I think.
Yeah.
I came up with 1-1 because my first PlayStation account was called L1122334455667771 because when I put in my online ID, I thought I was putting in my password. So then people started calling me numbers or 1-1, and then 1-1 stuck, and that's what I've been ever since. Although I can never get a account called 1-1. Like, I think right now, do I? No, I don't. I have the account that I'm gonna stick to in the future is Black Gaming, but I went by that for a long time.
I changed my name on PlayStation, which is what I do most of my games on, and
Pack Brother Wolf.
Yeah, I made the mistake. I'm like, everyone's like, "Why'd you change?" I'm like, I don't know. I'm really regretting it.
You should just call PlayStation and be like, "Hey, change it back," because that's what you have to do. Even though it's stupid.
No, you don't.
What?
It costs $10 to change it back.
Ah.
It was free to switch it, and now they're like, "Well, joke's on you. Now you have to pay $10 when you're done."
That's stupid.
Like, dang it!
You should just be able to put it back for free. Come on, my boy.
I know.
That's the most ridiculous thing, but
whatever. I'll probably put the $10 after I car because $10 is really going to affect me getting the car.
And Funimation added Black Butler seasons 1 and 2, so I'm gonna watch that this week, so I can finally get like a final rating for it, see if it's in my top 10 or not, to replace Fire Force, and then I'm gonna watch that Exile Gios thing. I forget what it was called, but
yeah, I started watching an anime. It's called The World Only God Knows. It's basically this guy. I don't know if I started explaining it to you, but he's a big gamer, and the games he likes to play are romance games. And he gets a message. He gets messages all the time like, "Oh, how do I beat this romance game?" And he got a message. He's like, "I bet you can't capture this girl's heart." And he's like, "You doubt me?" And he sends like a reply back. And it turns out to be like a demon. He sent the message, and now he's by contract has to go. And so loose souls, basically what he's trying to capture, are in girls' heart. And the only way to get them out of the heart is if you take its place in their heart. Basically, make them love you. It's pretty funny, man.
Okay.
Because basically, he's never talked to real girls before. He's like, I thought you meant a video game. She's like, well, no, I said I don't capture this heart. And he's like, oh, man. Basically, he just takes everything as a video game. Somehow he gets around to getting them.
Yeah.
All right.
Goodness.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I am too. So that's a wrap for our 4th podcast. Man, 4 in 4 weeks. That's good. We're keeping it weekly. That's good. And it's like you said, we might do 2 next week. Maybe we could do a podcast and maybe do like a movie review or something like that, like of an older movie,
Maybe.
like Death Note, maybe.
Yeah, maybe Wednesday night.
Yeah.
I have a Thanksgiving to go to. My girl Thanksgiving's Wednesday. But I mean, that's not going to be all night long.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I'd be game to do that.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that, guys. This has been the Rogue Island podcast. My name's Trent.
My name's Brandon.
And Wolf's Main Man and 1-1. And we'll see you guys next time.
Next time.